So I'm gonna try to hack this Black & Decker vacuum sealer, but there is a safety screw that requires a bit like this. However, this will not fit. Okay, so I ground this bit down so that it fits in this hole. I can get it undone now. Okay, so there are screws under both of these legs on the back. Here's the cord. And these little feet. This is a safety screw. The other safety screw I believe was here. Possibly there, but I think here. And then I had to really grind this bit down to get it to go into that cord hole here. Yes, good girl. After a bit of finagling, I'm able to remove the bottom. Appears that we have these are the switches that correspond to these buttons that get pressed by these things when you press down. Here's the air pump. Looks like here's a. This is potentially a sensor. This is a sensor here. Pressure sensor. It appears to be. There's this is a transformer. So this circuit is going to come to here. And then this is a simple rectifier circuit. Transistor, that's power. And it appears that everything is pretty much on. It appears that everything is pretty much on this chip here. So identifying that chip is going to be very important. Let's see if I can get close enough to it to actually get some numbers. I've removed the screws from the board here. Several screws now so that this is loose, and I'm going to start to disconnect these cables here. And you always want to take a picture or some video or something, but a picture before you start removing this stuff so that you know which way and the orientation. This could be this way or this way. The class tells, but still, at any rate. It says Donglum 4. On the other side, it has two things. It has some sort of hex thing where you can make an adjustment. I don't want to make an adjustment. I want to be able to short this or unshort it so that this processor will say this cycle is done. So interesting here, right below this capacitor with the big red line there, it says overtemp. And there should be a temperature sensor there, which is apparently not available on the model that I have. Looking over here, we have this Donglum. It seems to be some sort of pressure sensor or airflow sensor. It has an adjustment here. I would say that this is the power side on the right, and then on the left you have either you have a voltage going across or not going across, but that goes to 2 different pins, which then eventually goes to 3 pins. So there are 3 pins reading this sensor. Now they may have hardware interrupts, or who knows really. At any rate, when we look at this, it seems to be there's a lot of stuff connected here. Now that I'm looking at it, right where it says that R3 there seems to be a lot of things connected together. But at any rate, this chip here is, and you can't really see it, it is a CF745 like EEPROM ROM CMOS microcontroller. So that's programmable, so you have no idea what's on there. Essentially, I could probably figure out how to pull the data and everything, but it's not of any consequence. What we're going to do here is I'm going to solder 2 wires, one here and one there, and we're going to mess with the readings, be able to mess with what that says, and trick the microcontroller into thinking that maybe it's done, it's sucked all the air out or something. Hopefully it is not just timed. It's not just a timed event. Okay, so I've soldered 2 wires to where this sensor here connects. And very clearly I have to trim that. That could be shorting out something fierce there. Okay, so I soldered this momentary button in this corner here. It would have been easier to do it over here maybe, because I'm right-handed. But this is high voltage over here, and this is all DC over here. Well, I'm not sure about that. It probably is DC, maybe not. But at any rate, it's in this corner here. And I added this little momentary button. So now, when you press on it, I'm holding the camera. And another test.